Alright, we are back to maybe normal horizontal recording. Doing this with my regular phone recording unit, also known as a camera. This is week 9. And I say it that way because I'm a big fan of Critical Role, and if you don't know what that is, look it up. Role is spelled R-O-L-E. Anyway, week 9 of transitioning. Happy Pride. Woo. Lots of notes, I guess, to go over, but they're all rather short. I guess I always try and say that, and it never ends up being short. But a lot of exciting little things I've noticed. I guess we'll blend the positives and the negatives. All kinds of change, not all necessarily great. But I guess the first thing I want to touch on for week 9 is that I've been increasingly struggling with my attention span. It's becoming more and more apparent that I'm just... It's not a matter of me personally losing interest in things quicker. It's just that 1 minute I'm engaged in whatever I'm listening to, looking at, and then the next I'm just like, just a total dip in any fascination I have with what I'm dealing with at the time, what I'm experiencing. So attention span and focus is becoming more difficult. It's not threatening me on a on every level or anything. It's just on the decline, but hopefully that levels itself out. The next point, something I've noticed is you definitely can't see it in the video, but facial hair is starting to come in. I've always had a very faint, fuzzy stretch on either side of my face. That very, very transparent, like blonde, like just itty bitty bits of fuzz lining my face. But now there is definitely some chin stuff going on. I noticed it the other day when I was in the car. I just pulled down the mirror, and for whatever reason I was checking out my chin, and beep, 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 little boys were, wow, okay, nope, little hairs were peeking out. That sentence would have sounded way worse if I didn't catch myself. Really need to start editing these things. That will be happening shortly. I keep saying that too. We'll see how that works. But yeah, facial hair is happening. As far as more hair, so everybody's like hair growth is different, and everybody has different spots on their body that may or may not grow hair already. But for me, on the back of my calves, right under the knee joint, in the bulbous portion of the calf where your muscle really forms, hair never really grew in that area before. There were 1 or 2, but it was never really prominent at all. But it's really starting to come in over there. Same goes for tummy. I had mentioned that before, but it's definitely, as I look at it, becoming more aggressively known. And then on my chest in spots, hair is also starting to grow in there. It's gonna get messy, kids. but yeah, lots of hair proliferating in all sorts of fun spots. Another point is that, especially last night, on my way home, driving home from work, there are weird new feeling combinations. Like feelings compound, where like it wasn't a good feeling. It was I was like angry and frustrated. But it just melded and fused in a way that I've never experienced before. Like, it was to the point where I didn't quite know what I was feeling, and I didn't know how to express it. I didn't know how to alleviate the feeling, beyond, coming home and kind of just venting, to a few friends of mine. But it was weird, and I mean, luckily I'm not the type of person at this stage of my life to necessarily like act or lash out from negative feelings. Like, I'm able to very in the moment analyze myself, which, as I explained to you just now, is basically the mental process that happened as I was really engaging in those feelings, in that weird, like, new amalgamation of feelings. Really, the last note to point out, other than my face has gotten weight back in it, that's probably more to do with eating unhealthily again, due to personal circumstances. Can you please focus? Camera, thank you. No? There we go. A lot of factors that aren't necessarily directly linked to taking tea. But that's beside the point. The last point to be made on transition, progress and changes, is that it is now June 5th today, because of my, biological, unfortunate, predisposition. I was suffering from, periods, but it should have come max 2 weeks, minimum a week ago, by this point. I wanted to talk about it last week. I might have even said, like, oh, maybe it's not a thing anymore. I can't remember, because my memory is also that bad anyway. But I don't think I'm getting periods anymore, you guys, and that's, as you know, with, trans folks, not exclusively, that's the wrong word, more prominently than others, periods generate a very large portion of dysphoria. I mean, at least that's true for me. I cannot speak for the whole of my community, but for me personally, that was definitely one of the things after coming out, that just the biggest bummer. Like, I dealt with it. I worked with it in stride. Like, you know, I was able to handle it, but it was just like, oh, cool, I have this fun thing that is not fun, in fact, undesirable to the max, but yeah, I think, beyond what is expected, because, spotting can occur, down the line, from a number of factors, but I think for all intents and purposes, the regular fashion of periods and menstruation is over. Very exciting. I think going forward for this vlog, probably starting at the 3-month mark, I might actually change the dynamic of this vlog. I might make it into a more exciting thing, and not just me directly talking into my camera in a very static environment. I'm running some ideas in my head. For those of you who are watching these videos, past, present, future, that don't really know me personally, I'm a huge nerd. Right now my camera is sitting on, or my phone, which is my camera currently, is sitting on a shelf of many books, lots of them graphic novels and manga, with a bunch of collectibles and the like, including this fun piece of art that I got. Trying to censor it because Dr. Manhattan is fully nude in that photo, or illustration. But yeah, I'm super big into a whole lot of nerdy shit, and this may morph into something that falls more in line with that, really sharing my hobbies and whatnot. I already have a name for it, which I've kind of put on my Twitter and Facebook profiles already. But that's beside the point. That's more of a personal note for me, I guess, to revisit. But yes, that's really it for me this week. I, at this point, am not really going to, again, more of a personal note for me, but also for you in the event that it becomes repetitive. I won't be revisiting my voice change probably until I fully hit month 3 in, I guess, 3 weeks from now, after my checkup, especially, give all the news and information on that. Yep, so thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. Again, happy Pride. Woo! I live right outside of the Philly area, so I will be attending Pride in all of my glory there this weekend for the parade and festival festivities, specifically on Sunday. And I'm very much looking forward to that, especially now that I am fully on T. This will be my first year on hormones, really embracing my transness, as it were. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.